What would you say if I told you that the largest oil and gas subsidy here in the United States is on the chopping block in the big, beautiful budget bill? Yeah, we were talking about LIHEAP, the Low Income Heating Assistance Program. There are millions and millions of people in the United States on this program, and they get assistance with their heating bills, with their cooling bills, electric bills. This is a $3.7 billion a year expenditure. And I want you to think about the fact that if this, in fact, goes away, it will occur during a time where the people that need this program the most are experiencing the highest utility bills they've ever experienced. These two events are essentially coinciding. Now, there's often a lot of debate and argument over whether LIHEAP is in fact an oil and gas subsidy, but the fact of the matter is, the people that are anti oil and gas subsidies always include it in their subsidy numbers, and the people who are pro subsidy don't. I personally always have. Now, this program obviously targets and aids vulnerable families, elderly, the poor, families with children. And if this goes away, it's going to be devastating for families specifically in the Northeast corridor and also on the West Coast, state of California. Probably the states hardest hit would be states like Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Massachusetts. Some of these states have completely deregulated their utility companies, and they are experiencing extremely high utility bills right now. Last winter, I was getting copies of utility bills, $1,500, upwards of $2,000 a month for a utility bill. So removing this would obviously be extremely devastating for these families. Now, personally, I do not at all support the cutting of this program. I don't believe people should have to choose between freezing to death or starving to death. But that's just me. But in the broader context, it's just simply another example of how this budget specifically targets the poorest and most vulnerable communities in our nation. That is exactly what this entire budget does. It puts a bullseye on the poor, the vulnerable, the disabled, veterans. There is not a cent of sacrifice of any kind asked of the wealthy in this budget bill. Not one red cent. As a matter of fact, they're getting huge handouts. But for these people that are on LIHEAP, on the low income heating assistance program, this is going to be devastating for them. This is one of the most needed programs that we can have for poor people. This and SNAP. And they are both experiencing drastic cuts under this budget bill. Let me know your comments down below.